Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my Christmas readathon! I am so excited about this readathon, you guys, mainly because I know I've been teasing it on my channel a little bit, but I'm doing a lovely little partnership with Penguin Random House, and I reached out to them because I saw this book on the Tundra Books Instagram, which is a Canadian-based imprint off of Penguin Random House, and I got so excited because I saw the second book in this lovely middle grade series, so I decided to reach out and ask if they would like to partner with me, and they did! So I am partnering with Penguin Random House and Tundra Books to do this readathon, and the two books that I'm going to be reading from them are two in a series. They are the Aggie Morton Mystery Queen series. So we have the very first one, which is The Body Under the Piano, and the second one, which is Peril at Owl Park, and they're both based off of Agatha Christie. So they are middle grade mystery novels, and I am just ridiculously excited about both of them. So these will be definitely the feature of this readathon, and I decided since these are middle grade, I'm going to make this readathon more middle grade based. The other book that I'm going to be reading is The Secrets of Winterhouse by Ben Gutterson, which is the second book in the Winterhouse series. I read the first one last December and really loved it. So these are set over Christmas, and it's set at the Winterhouse Hotel, and there's mystery as well involved. And I also have another one coming to me. I believe today it was released, so it was a pre-order, and it is The Miracle on Ebenezer Street, and I am so excited about this one. So I'm really hoping that it comes in during this week and a half, however many days that I'm planning to do this. I'm also planning on making myself like a little task to-do list, almost like a bingo board, almost like prompts, because I feel like that would be kind of fun to follow for myself. First and foremost, the very first book we're going to start with is, of course, Aggie Morton Mystery Queen, The Body Under the Piano. Hey friends, it is now a little bit later. I'm tucked up in bed, all cozy comfy, and I have Aggie Morton Mystery Queen with me, book number 1. I decided that it would probably be a good idea to actually tell you what Aggie Morton is about. I don't actually really know the synopsis of the first book, so I'm just gonna read you the flap. Aggie Morton lives in the English seaside town of Torquay in 1902. Highly inventive and deeply shy, Aggie is still mourning the death of her beloved father and has developed what her mother calls a morbid preoccupation. She spends her solitary hours composing ghastly tales and fictional endeavors for made-up friends, but an opportunity for real friendship and adventure is coming Aggie's way. First, she crosses paths with a Belgian boy named Hector Perrault. Then, one morning, a dead body appears on the floor of the Mermaid Dance Room. Aggie's family may think that a murder case is no place for a 12-year-old, but Aggie and Hector know better. They observe what others miss, and the police are no match for Aggie's keen imagination. With a village full of suspects, the two sleuths apply their insatiable curiosity, deductive skills, and a little bit of nosiness, learned from Aggie's sharp-eyed Granny Jane, to solve the crime. Filled with mystery and excitement, unforgettable characters, and several helpings of tea and sweets, The Body Under the Piano is the delightful and thrilling first book in a series about being brave, finding your voice, embracing the unexpected, and cracking the case. I don't know about you guys, but I love reading mystery type of books in the fall and winter because it just is the perfect book to cozy up with. And I'm so excited to start this, and I think I'm going to do that now. Oh, I also wanted to mention that I made my own bingo board for this readathon, which I'm weirdly excited about, and I'll show you here. It took me way too long to think of these prompts. I just kind of went with a little bit of a thing that I like could read and also could do, like baking and drinking hot cocoa and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a great time. I have already read the first few pages of Aggie Morton and I already love it. I love the instant quirkiness of Aggie, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going, and I'll update you later. It is a few days later. I feel like I was wearing this sweater in the previous clip, but I swear it's a few days later. It is now December 10th or 11th, one of those 2 days. I'm here with a reading update. I am over halfway through reading the first Aggie Morton book, and I gotta say, this is fantastic. So it is set in 1902. We have Aggie Morton, Agatha Morton, and we have Hector Perrault. He's a little Belgian boy. They're trying to solve a murder, and it's very exciting. And I'm so into it. Like, I don't know who did it. All the clues are pointing to this one person, and I'm like, there's no way, that's too obvious. So I don't know who did it, and I'm very excited to see. And it's one of those things that the clues were all pointing towards this one person. But like halfway through the book, like one of the police constables said, like, this is our murderer. And I'm like, well, it's halfway through the book. It can't be your murderer. Who is it? I'm really, really loving Aggie. She's so sweet. I'm loving her so much. And I'm loving her, just her tenacity and her extreme, like, will not give up on this case. Like, she has to figure it out. It has claimed her thoughts and she's going to figure it out. But loving this. I'm really excited to get to the second one because I know the second one takes place over Christmas, and like it's been confirmed because in here it is like end of October into November, and she's mentioned in here going to visit her sister Marjorie at Owl Park over Christmas, and that's the name of the next one, Owl Park. I'm very excited. So I just thought I'd pop in and update you on that. Other than that, I made myself a cup of hot cocoa today, so that's one of the things off of my bingo board. So delicious. You can never go wrong with a cup of hot cocoa. I'm enjoying Aggie Morton immensely, and I'm planning to have that book done tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna dive right into the second one because it's so good. Marthe Joslin is a expert at writing murder mystery. Like, I love middle grade, and I want to write middle grade, and I have written middle grade, and I want to eventually get it published, but like, this would be who I would aspire to write, like, in a way, if I was ever to do mystery plot lines like this. It's an idea. I've always wanted to try writing mystery, but like, this Marthe Joslin knows how to craft a damn good mystery, and I'm loving it so much. I will probably catch up with you guys tomorrow. Hey friends, it is like 1 o'clock in the morning and I realized that I totally forgot to update you when I finished the first Aggie Morton book today. I finished this one and I absolutely loved it. It was so good. The last like 30% of the book is breakneck speed awesome. Like, it's so good. The chaos in here is incredible. There's like a scene between all these different characters in the middle of Aggie's home that she's there and someone's just been arrested. That like girl's like niece is over at the house. This guy shows up who's like trying to court the niece is over. They have their maids, their nurses, their grandma, their mom, like there's everybody in the house. Hector shows up soaking wet, and it's just chaos all over, and I loved it so much. And I gotta say, I did not guess who did it. I did not see that coming. It was such a shock to me, and it was so good. So really like this one. I think I'm gonna give it, a 4 or a 4.5 star. It was very, very good, and I'm so excited to get to the next one, which I believe I will be picking up tomorrow. I will catch up with you tomorrow.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little prison shop, when the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop. But somehow I knew, and maybe so did you, that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this.
Hey friends, it is now Monday, and I have decided there are 3 days left of this readathon if I want to be able to edit this and get this up on time. I'm popping in with a little wee update. So, yesterday I started the second Aggie Morton book, and I already love it. I am already feeling Christmassy vibes, and I'm 100 pages in. And I'm hoping to get either a good chunk done of this today or finish it today. We will see where I get with this, but I just adore the writing style and how rich it feels to be in these books. Like, Marthe Jocelyn, like, just gets it, you know? She just gets it. And it's so good. Oh, but I'm really liking this one. So this one, it continues more mysteries. It's a new mystery, of course, than the previous book. And it is set at a beautiful, beautiful manor that Aggie's sister is the new mistress of. She got married recently, and this is her first Christmas at Owl Park, being the host, and they've invited a bunch of people over. So we have like Aggie and Hector are there, Aggie's grandma is there, and then we have, of course, Marjorie and James, the two people who like run and own the house, and Aggie's sister and brother-in-law, I guess. And then they have their, like, James's mom. James's, like, little cousin is there as well. She's really cute. And then we have a set of friends from James's side who are there. And then we have some actors in this mix. So there's a lot of people here who are at this place. And then there's, of course, a murder. On Christmas Day, they find a body in the library. It's really interesting to see, just to be in this mystery and, like, to see all these different characters and how they react to the body, because at one point they're all in the room. Speaking of these two reads, I didn't realize that I hadn't really talked about my big award in a while, so this one actually mentions snow, so that is one of my prompts. I even dog-eared it, and it does talk about melted snow. It says, I was up to my ankles in seawater as icy as melted snow. So I'm counting that as that one. This one very obviously has snow on the cover, so that counts for that one. And we'll see what else it counts for. But I also had to cancel my order for The Miracle on Ebenezer Street because it just was not arriving. It was taking so long, and it hadn't even officially been released on the Indigo website yet. So I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it in time to read for this video, so I'm just gonna cancel it and see if I can find it elsewhere to read. It is not available in Canada to read as an ebook, so I will have to somehow get my hands on it and read it next Christmas, which I guess is fine. I just was so looking forward to it. It was like, it's just such a beautiful copy, but I guess this way I can actually get a beautiful hardback copy. I'll order it from like Book Depository or something, because it is a UK based publication and it was only just being released in Canada like December 8th, and because of all the postal systems and everything is crazy, so just gonna leave it at that. And okay, so the only other book that I had planned for this readathon was The Secrets of Winterhouse, but because I no longer have that Wrigley Christmassy read, the one that was like screaming Christmas, like the front of it literally has like a snow globe on it and it's got a reindeer on it, like it's very Christmassy. I've decided to go on a hunt for more Christmassy middle grades. So on my own shelves I have A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig, which I read last year. So I think I'm gonna try and squeeze this in as well because it is very Christmassy, of course. It is the story of how Santa Claus became Santa Claus, which is so cool. And I really enjoyed that one last year. And I also have my beautiful copy of A Christmas Carol. And this is like a children's edition of it. So I might read this exact copy because it's really beautiful. Like there's really beautiful illustrations in it like that. So I might possibly also get to this. But other than that, I went onto my library. I went onto the Libby app to see what I could find, and I ended up finding the audiobook for Green Glass House, and I have been wanting to read this book for so long. So I now have an audiobook for this readathon, which I didn't have previously, which I'm very excited about. And then I also went and I was listening to some YouTube videos today, and Desi actually released her book haul. It features so many Christmassy books, and I was so excited because a few of them were middle grade, and she talked about the Vanderbeekers. It's like a really long title, but I know the Vanderbeekers is one of them, and apparently it's set over 5 days, like around Christmas. So I went and bought the ebook for that because I could access it fast through that. So I now have an audiobook and an ebook that I'm also hoping to read in the next few days. Hopefully today I can get Aggie Morton, the second one, done and really enjoy that. Then I can hopefully at some point dive into that audiobook while I'm doing projects and crocheting or just doing stuff around the house. It should be short. I think it's only like 9 hours, so I can probably listen to it in maybe 4. These two are just options as well because I have read both of them before. They're just there to see if I can make this a little bit Christmassier than it has been. I'm gonna go back up and I think I'm gonna read because I don't have any work to do right now. So I think I'm gonna read. At 1 in the morning. I couldn't put it down and I finished it, and it's so good, you guys. Honestly, I don't know what Marthe Jocelyn does with her writing, but it was so good. Like, I had theories, I had suspicions, none of them were real, none of them were true. The real ending was incredible, and I just absolutely love Aggie and Hector. They're just so sweet, and I think they're one of my new favorite crime-solving duos of all time. Like, they're just so good, and the way that, like, Hector's brain goes for, like, rational thought, and then Aggie does, like, imagination stuff, but the imagination stuff is really what gets her to the solve stuff, because she can see big picture and, like, come up with new ideas and, like, that kind of a thing. It's so good, and it was so Christmassy in the most subtle way. I loved this one. Oh, I'm gonna have to see what it completes on my bingo board a little bit later, but besides the snow on the cover, of course. It was so good. And this is 4.5 stars. It was so good. And tomorrow I plan on starting my audiobook for Green Glass House and seeing where the next 2 days of this readathon take me.
Christmas lights fill the city. There are people everywhere.
Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. I am here in my office. I am just trying to get my brain wrapped around the fact that I need to do work today and that I also don't have to teach today, because yesterday was my last day of teaching, which is very, very exciting. I'm so happy that I've finished both of the Aggie Morton books, and I've been thinking about them for like all night and all morning. They're so good, and the mysteries in them are just so well done, and I cannot wait for the third one, because the first one was great, the second one was even better. So the third one's gonna be fantastic, I can just tell. But besides that, I actually started to listen to Green Glass House this morning. I am 1 chapter in, 45 minutes into the audiobook, which is pretty good. I'm listening to it on double time speed, but I can't listen to it while I do work. So that will have to wait until later. The Winter House books and Green Glass House are gonna be very similar because they're both set in like hotel inn settings with mysteries involved. So I'm excited to see how that goes for my own brain. If it becomes an issue, I might try the Vanderbeekers, which I have on ebook, which I still also would really like to read. Yesterday, even though you already have seen it, I did bake cookies. So they are like a gingerbread type of cookie. They taste like a ginger snap, but they're soft on the inside, which is my favorite, because I'm like, the snap of a ginger snap kind of hurts a little bit, and I'm not a big fan of really hard cookies. So these are like crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, which is the perfect kind of cookie. And they have a little bit of Nutella in them, and now like thinking back, I probably could have put more to actually have like a chocolatey taste, but they're still very good and very festive, so that's awesome. I'm excited to see how Green Glass House turns out so far. I'm intrigued. I like the setting of the inn that has a bunch of smugglers turn up. It seems fun. I will catch up with you a little later when I do more reading and when I'm done my work day. Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. I have the hiccups and they hurt. Hi, hello. I'm here just popping in to let you guys know that I finished Green Glass House last night at like 2 in the morning. It was so good, you guys. I loved it so much. It was just the perfect amount of sweet and mysterious, and our characters have like, they go on like a D&D game, which is so fun. Our main character Milo is adopted, which so am I, so I totally got all of his worries, his thoughts, and his guilt. I totally understood it. Because I've been there, and I loved it so much. That book gets an easy 5-star. It was so good, and I want a hard copy of it like right now. I want it so bad. It was so good. So if you guys don't know what Green Glass House is about, it's basically about this hotel called Green Glass House that it's like set up in some mountains or whatever. And this is set over winter break. Our main character, Milo, and his family live there, and they run the inn basically, or run the hotel. First day of Christmas break, and he's wanting Christmas break to be kind of chill, like not a whole lot of people there. But then all of a sudden, there's people showing up. And all of these people are kind of weird, and Milo's like, there's something up with these people. And then he meets this lovely little girl who comes along with a family. He and her like become kind of reluctant friends, and she tells him about this game that I cannot remember. It's something Trail, but like it's basically D&D where you like, it's a role-playing game with dice and stuff like that. But she and him basically make this like their game that they play, but they play it in real life, not like at a tabletop or whatever. So they go and explore Green Glass House trying to figure out these mysteries, and it is just so lovely. I love it so much. Oh, so good. Oh my god, this readathon is just going so well. I love it so much. But since today is the last day, I don't know how much I'm gonna be reading today, but I'm hopefully gonna finish another book today. I'm putting it out in the universe. I have 2 to choose from. I have the Vanderbeekers and I have the Secrets of Winter House. And I don't really know which one I'm gonna go for. So I think at some point today, I have to check if I have any work to do today. And I have a little bit of laundry and like just kind of things to do around the house, but I'm going to read, I think, a chapter of each and see which one like appeals to me more, and then I'll read that one for the rest of the day. I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee, get my day started. I just wanted to pop in and update you on that because yet another book has been read. And let's fill out the bingo boards. So I do believe that this one gets me the 5-star read, and it also gets me the book one. Oh, and it gets me the Santa one. I was waiting for somebody to like mention Santa, and one of the characters in the book was like jokingly to Milo was like, oh, don't worry, there's still time for Santa to come. And I was like, yes. So it got me that one too. And I think the only one on this bingo board that I'm currently missing is Christmas Magic. I don't know if either of the Vanderbeekers or the Winter House book have Christmas Magic in it. I will catch up with you guys a little later. Hey friends, it is now a lot later. I just finished The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street by Karina Van Glaser. I don't think I ever said that. It was so good. Oh my god, every single book that I read in this readathon, absolutely incredible. I think I'm giving this one 4.5 stars. It was so good and such a super quick read as well. And I absolutely loved it. It is just so full of like happiness and goodness and sweetness, and this family is one of my favorite fictional families now. I love it so much. Oh, so good. It is currently 10:30 and I didn't get a chance to read The Secrets of Winter House. That's okay. I will just hopefully get it in before Christmas at least. But I did manage to read 4 books during this lovely readathon. I originally started out with both of the Aggie Morton books, Aggie Morton Mystery Queen and The Body Under the Piano, and Aggie Morton Mystery Queen, Peril at Owl Park. Thank you so much to Tundra Books and Penguin Random House for sending these to me and letting me do this middle grade readathon. This has been so much fun and has given me, for the first time in a little while, some like Christmassy feelings in my heart, and it makes me so happy. I enjoyed them so much, and you guys definitely need to pick these up. They are just pure wonderfulness. They are pure historical mystery goodness and everything that I want in a book ever. Like going into a mystery book and not being able to figure out who the bad guy is. That's amazing, especially in a middle grade. And then after I read these 2 and loved them, both of them, I ended up listening to the audiobook for Green Glass House, and I absolutely adored that one as well. That was a full 5-star for me. It just hit me in some type of way. It was so good. And then today, to wrap up the readathon, I ended up reading The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street, which was absolutely incredible. And every single one of these books is just so special, in such a special way that middle grades can be, you know? They have a genuinely awesome Christmassy vibe to them, and just a joy that you don't really get with other books, with other age bracket of books, really. And I loved them all so much. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and let me know down below what your favorite middle grade is, Christmassy or not. I want to know because I'm on the hunt for more middle grades. Make sure to like this video if you haven't yet. It really helps us creators out, and it lets me know that you like this kind of content and that you liked this video too. I hope you got a little bit of Christmas cheer your way. Oh, I didn't even finish this out. I did the bingo board. Does the Vanderbeekers hit the last one? Does it give me that Christmas magic? And you know what? There was no Christmas magic specifically mentioned, but the end scene just had that genuine feeling. It actually reminded me of an end scene in like Charles Dickens's Cricket on the Hearth or A Christmas Carol, where they have like this big come together and there's music and there's liveliness and happiness. Like, it reminded me of that, and that's like the genuine heart of Christmas magic to me. So I'm gonna give myself a full bingo board because all these books they all give me the Christmas magic. So there we go, full bingo board. I did it. I will catch you in another video soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.